The Raptor secured because... Alright, meanwhile, fight here towards his bottom side is now aiming, trying to sidestep the Peacemaker once again. Does do so quite nicely as he's finished reloading now. The barrier is timing out. The KT, I think they've ran out of ergs, and that is going to be the snare to connect. Oh, there's Deadly Flourish to flash forward, and Andel's going to go down. The 2v2 kill, but LazyFeel wants to find one back, and he will be able to get it as now Effort. Can you get enough damage onto this Caitlyn? And I think the answer is yes, as the Blooming Burst will make it.
He did lose a lot of tempo, and now Aiming has ult. They need to be very careful. If any Flourish connects, they might actually just get all in.
Well, Aiming is just going to get netted on here by LazyFeel. Peacemaker does not connect as Willa looking to rotate over. Cuz is there to pick it up, but it's Willa with a buckler to take down the Jhin. An overextension from KT in the bottom lane.
There's nothing he can actually do, so I'm just going to keep chasing. Ult gets blocked here by Cuz, but Willa still taxis and hits him with the buckler.
Oh, curtain call. There's Aiming. Sniping Andel. Not entirely sure how we got to that position, but okay.
Always feels good when you can deny this from a Caitlyn, but you do need your bottom lane to survive, and so far they are.
Yeah, Pop Blossom is going to come on through. That's a dead Andel again. Nicely played. Willa is not going to quite find the heroic charge, but will get the flash out of Aiming. That is great news there. He didn't have to invest his flash for that play.
It's a
now
third
Aiming actually
kill.
wanting to come back.
It's a third kill for Aiming.
Noticing that Willa is there towards the bottom side, so doesn't lose too much from Willa being inside his jungle for a large amount of time as Yukal doesn't find the Petrifying Gaze. That is going to be the ulti out from BDD, but he is still very dead, ladies and gentlemen. The burn would have been enough, but Yukal finds the twin.
You're going to need a skirmish to go well. You're going to need to see BDD or Cuz really get online here. Otherwise, this deficit could be damning.
Oh, there's an all-out for Rich, who just gets underneath the turret and takes 2 turret shots. Pop Blossom finds the minion wave, and there's the light binding to answer. And Cuz needs to save his support. BDD is also dying in this mid lane one more time as Yukal gets those fangs out. And it's 4-4 the kill score, but Kiwoom DRX are the ones.
Their jungler just went mid, and now he's going to go ahead and take this second dragon of the game. Will be one apiece. Yukal holding the line here as Cuz cannot enter. Yukal is so far ahead.
Wait a second. Aiming just going to walk behind them. LazyFeel very far away from this fight, but nets into the back of the Dragon Pit. Can Effort actually find an angle? That is going to be the question as the snare is going to connect. Willa is going to survive. That's a steal from Cuz! And now the curtains have been called. A lot of targets to throw these bullets at as Yukal would be so valuable. And there's a double for BDD. Maybe he's just rocketed back into relevance here this game. As Aiming gets another snipe. And now maybe he looks for another one. Deadly Flourish tags Yukal. The miasma goes down, but Effort is still here, corralling the snake.
You're looking for the snipe.
Oh dear, the snipe doesn't quite connect. Yukal walking very quickly and will be allowed to survive.
Well, that's the end. Absolutely agree. Cuz is looking for the wraparound here. They want to make something happen. Willer is there, though. And the siege continues. A little bit of a steal.
That's very frustrating.
And harass as well onto the Caitlyn.
Cuz is very annoyed about what happened in the early game. It's okay, BDD also making his presence known down here as Cuz in a lot of trouble, goes untargetable though. And now the turret is going to get tanked up by another member of KT and Cuz makes it out. Steadfast's presence was very good though to deny the ultimate from this Nefiri.
Andil losing sums. KT inside, so this turret with Crystalline Overgrowth also on it is probably just going to go down.
Yep, that will be the charge, and they will be able to take down Shelly.
Okay, not quite.
Yeah, so the turret is, yeah, that's still dead. The minions were enough to take that one out.
I want to give over Soul Point.
Yep.
Perfect also has his TP, but he's going to wait and see if he likes it or not.
I don't know whether I like that play, as Rich does get ulted here by BDD. Effort is going to get queued back, but Rich is so incredibly low.
So I hit on 2 items, by the way.
Yeah, Perfect is just going to dive into this backline. There's a Grim Deliverance, and Yukal is his target. Didn't only find one with his ultimate there, and now Perfect is going to be able to hunt him down. The flash away from Willa. He's running incredibly quickly, and Cuz flashes after Yukal. Yukal is still bleeding, but I think he is going... Oh, never mind, the last tick's going to do it! And it's curtains for the bottom lane as well, as the flash has to be invested from LazyFeel. There's the team fighting from KT that we learned about in round 1!
Yeah, and that was absolutely brilliant from KT. They ran circles around Kiwoom DRX. Perfect waited for his angle. He was like, I'm not sure if this is going to be the angle I can find. I'm not sure if I'm going to join this team fight. We'll wait and see. We have Double Dragon. We don't have to force. We're ahead. And it will be triple dragon for them now and soul point, but he TP's behind, and they get the collapse there onto UCal.
See whether they can get a team fight setup, though. 3.5 minutes is going to be the next Drake. As speaking of setups, there are the curtains, as Ando once again going to be the target of aiming, but he does cancel it. The rest of Kiwoom DRX were closing in.
Just sieging, though, this top turret the whole time. Willer going in?
Yeah, does find an angle here, as there is the charm used from aiming. Final Spark is going to get tanked up, as there is effort finding the air with his Pop Blossom. UCal will still be taken down, though, as Cuz is going to trade his life for it. And aiming, just barely living, and he's just going to die. Buckler to the head is going to secure it once again, as Perfect. He might need to ult to get himself out of this one, and he does so. As KT, I mean, it was not the cleanest.
No, it was not a win.
Here for Perfect.
Kiwoom DRX actually kind of out-poking at this point in time. I mean, you see that poke land here for KT. They have the stronger outranging comp, and UCal is here. He showed up.
Teleport back from Rich as well. As the Pop Blossom is going to look for the angle there. They look to get on top of UCal, and they've surrounded him. He flashes out of the way of the Deadly Flourish, but Perfect, he dives in. And now Willer is going to be going down as well. The grim deliverance of perhaps the series win from Perfect, as he looks to get on top of LazyField, gets into the back line, and gets the knock up to take him down. It's Cuz that finishes him off. But man, this KT top laner is doing work, and now only Andal and Rich left to try and salvage this game. They did manage to get the kill onto Cuz, but ultimately, looking fantastic. Like, the best thing to do against the Cassiopeia is come at her from every angle, right? Because then she has no good direction to ult in, and someone is going to be able to get on top, as now the poke damage is landing. They are looking for BDD, though, as the Final Spark comes in. The all-out actually saves BDD, potentially, as finally Rich is able to take it down, but does need to sacrifice himself in order to do so. And now Cuz gets in range for the ulti. Willer catches him out of the air, though, and Cuz might be in trouble. He's going to get taken down, as this time UCal's able to do damage. And a little bit of overzealousness here for KT.
What is happening? KT dropping the ball in a big way. Aiming was not hit by that Poppy ultimate, luckily for them, but it's still not enough to save them.
Oh, Deadly Flourishes. It's not over yet. We are still fighting. As aiming, looking for a bit of a wraparound. And Kiwoom DRX, they did lose their top steps there from Effort, who's honestly had a great day today. BDD will find this ulti, as Willer is looking to try and get over the wall. There's a Pop Blossom, connects onto one. It's only Andal, though, but they're going to take that. Cuz looking for the angle.
Rich.
Not quite able to do so. Okay, Rich gets in with a huge shield and goes all out into the backline. Aiming is wiped out. Cuz is dead as well. LazyField might be going down, but oh, never mind. He kills BDD, and he's looking to kite Perfect. He gets snared. Andal locks him down. An ace in the hole for LazyField, the hero of Kiwoom DRX. As you could understand. And KT well and truly on the ropes at this stage of the game, as Willer looks to get that heroic charge down. BDD wants to get on in here, as here is the teleport flank angle from the Zahan.
Perfect angle, could save the game.
Yeah, he can avoid the Poppycopter, but the Nico cannot, so they remove that off. LazyField is just dead, and Perfect is now running amok in that backline. Rich is dead as well, and now it's KT's turn to find the angle. UCal flashes out of the way of the Pop Blossom, but now the kitchen sink will hit him from 1 billion kilometers away, and the snake will be thwarted. Oh God, it's 1.5 minutes away from the Elder, and the Baron was there for Kiwoom DRX. You just had to play slow.
Yeah, they didn't play slow. They got caught by Perfect. Perfect is trying to continue to push this advantage. He's taken so much damage. This isn't any fault for 20 more seconds. LazyField is still down, and KT are looking to open up this inhibitor and perhaps get even more. No Final Spark anymore for Andal.
They do so much damage to these structures.
Yeah, there's a window here for them to just end the game. LazyField up in 6, though. I think KT will be happy to get inhibitor before Elder and say goodbye to this Baron power play. It's gone into the negative.
Still,
clean ace to one more flip.
I mean, they still have a gold lead, right? Kiwoom DRX are still in this game. They have everyone back alive. Is now Cuz
Willer's ult
with a flank angle.
Willer's ult could be game defining here potentially, depending on when he uses it and how he uses it.
Yeah, there are a few members that can avoid it.
Huge hit there onto Cuz.
Yeah, I think getting rid of effort could be very important, but he has Shape Splitter, so it can be tricky.
Rich with the TP flank.
Yeah, wants to get that big shield back as now Willa goes in. Does find the ulti just for the knockoff as Willa looking to try and escape from this one as well. BDD is taken down as Perfect looks for the angle into the backline, and Cuz gets the ulti. Lazy Field goes down, and UCal, the last DPS remaining, and he gets on in there and will be taken out as Aiming is gonna die as well. Rich is running amok, finding some angles here, but Perfect is also still alive. His health bar pretty decent, and the main thing is the passive is up. And Effort, he's not gonna be able to offer enough as Perfect gets a whole health bar back, and Cuz and Perfect just want to win the game.
Yeah, they're just gonna go try to look for the end. Rich just cannot back. He cannot get home here. 18 seconds until Poppy is back. Perfect's pushing that wave, and 2 super minions here as well. Make it a third. This one survives as Rich.
All right, he might be able to kill Effort. Let's see whether they can take down these Nexus turrets and kill the Nexus as KT.
I think they can.
Yeah, 2 seconds onto Willa, 6 onto the Caitlyn, and the Nexus is now exposed. Cuz is the one that they need to try and avoid it.
But it's too
Perfect
late.
is going to be there. The teleport in to make sure the KT win it. And man, it was close, but